How's it going, people? Population Nation here. Now, I'm pretty sure a week or two ago I made a video and it was a review of, well, it said the Fantastic Four First Steps final trailer. And then just in the last couple of hours I see this Fantastic Four First Steps Fantastic First Look. So we've gone from final trailer to Fantastic First Look. Anyway, let's have a look, shall we?
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
Alien life was always a foregone conclusion.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special look at Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four: First Steps.
I've been a huge fan of the Fantastic Four since the beginning. I was a kid reading these comics, so the chance to help bring them to life was too hard to pass up.
No, it's even born then.
And now, for the first time ever at Marvel Studios,
First time
we
ever.
can make a Fantastic Four movie.
They've made 3 already.
This retro future world. Build real sets, real locations. Reed's Lab and the Baxter Building. This incredible Times Square backlot set. We built practical suits.
We are your family.
Just seeing the 4 of them together is going to be worth the price of admission.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
So, there wasn't anything new there, was there? I don't know whether, I don't know, are the adverts getting worse? I don't know, but it's like the Superman one. The more you see the adverts and TV spots and them talking about it, the less I feel inclined to want to go and watch it at the cinema. And I am in the group. Oh, I'd just like to say something here, actually. When I was younger, see the car there? A guy in England, St. Clair, Mr. St. Clair, who brought out the computer, St. Clair computer, had a vision that everybody'd want their own car, so to speak. So he brought out what was called the St. Clair C5, a one-person thing, and I actually owned one. I actually brought one when I was younger. Needed a better work doing to it. And then a good friend of mine, because the engine was knackered, he'd gone down a hill and crashed it into the back of an ice cream van of all things, and it was just ruined. But I've seen a few, a village not too far from where I am now, there's a few well-off-ish people, because they're in the countryside. There's a couple of guys that actually own them, and you see them now and again, take them out. But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to leave some loop. So, yeah, from day one, people had when they first did the castings, Pedro Pascal put people off. People just don't see him as Reed Richards, and the fact that he's in too many things. So you've got superhero fatigue, you've got bad writing fatigue, and now you've got Pedro fatigue. Why is the thing running into them pillars unless he's trying to purposely destabilise that building. I don't see how that's going to have any use fighting female Silver Surfer or Galactus. I don't know. We'll have to wait. But yeah, I've said before, it takes a lot for me to go to the cinema. Well, when we've been disabled and with the nearest cinema being quite a distance, so I got to pay for the taxi and time, and then being disappointed after when not here where I am at my flat, but at my partner's house, I've got a nice big TV with an Atmos soundbar and the sub and all the rest of it. Yeah, and more people are waiting. I know COVID did a lot of damage, but it's these adverts as well, and seeing the four of them together is worth the price of admission. Now, already you've lost a lot of people because of Pedro. That's put a lot of people off. Then you've got Johnny Storm. Isn't going to be comic book accurate. He's going to be a different and Sue Storm also is going to be different. So the comic book faithful, you're going to count a lot of them out. Obviously the shows are going to love it. They're going to love the idea that they've changed it for a modern audience, but really they don't care. Are they going to come and support it? And then, well, they're not gaining new fans, are they? The normies will see if they want to. They're not going to be influenced by these TV spots. But like Ironheart's just come out, and that was wrote and made in a time at the height of the crap they were doing, the messaging, the race grifting, swapping, the intersectional, the Ironheart to me, although I watched all 6 episodes and I didn't hate the show, but boy did it bring out, when they're going about stereotypes and being as the people mostly responsible for it, like most of the writing team, producers, directors and that, were of that community, and they moan about being stereotyped, and then they put all the worst possible stereotypes into that show. Yeah, and it was finished filming over 2.5 years ago, and they've just released it now. It was made in a time when things were bad, and since then, like Bob Iger said, we're going to focus on quality, not quantity. So this was sort of conceived and made when real, if you know what I mean, outside, without the constraints of the messaging and the Me Too movement and all that stuff. Like I say, this should be the start of a new breed better films moving forward. And we know Feige's already, they're doing Doomsday and they've got Secret Wars in development and that. So if this film and the adverts aren't saying otherwise, it doesn't seem like they have learned from the mistakes, and there seems to be fewer stuff come out recently. We know there's a lot of stuff in the works, but if this film is a big flop, and it's a flop for the reasons that we stated, the messaging, the bad writing, the uninteresting characters, the stupid, like I say, they've changed Johnny Storm, Sue Storm, we've got a female Silver Surfer, they've already put a bad taste in people's mouths. Yeah, I think Kevin Feige should, if this isn't a big hit and got good word of mouth, I think he really should think about standing down, or Disney should think about finding someone new. I think like Kathleen Kennedy, he's got too comfortable in his position, and like, I don't know, James Gunn's got this thing, which is new, so obviously it's a different franchise, but they've both got an image problem, and I don't know, are the adverts getting worse? Because the films certainly don't seem to be getting any better, or is it just we're programmed now to find faults, and then you have the shells that are programmed to basically find the faults but positively spin it, or I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Please drop us a comment. Like, it'd make my day if you'd subscribe. It's a little thing you can do, but it really does put a smile on my face, and ring that bell, ding dong. And thanks for listening. Have a good day.